I don't know because I never played it. That's all.
All right, here we go. Oh, they're showing some more arms, huh? The fuck is this? Oh shit! We're getting Rocket League on the Switch. That's awesome.
You know, I was just playing that the other day on the Xbox with niggas. I actually scored a goal.
Oh, what you say?
I have a timer.
I don't know. Okay, let's get into it. Rocket League, that's awesome. Let's go. Nintendo Spotlight, E3 2017. Let's go, baby.
The game is fun. The game is a battle. If it's not fun, why bother?
Right.
It's not a battle. Where's the fun?
Right.
It's a test that you pass or a quest that you fail.
Ah.
A race against time. Fun and battle always locked together. But the game is also something else. It's a journey, a passport to new worlds, maybe even an odyssey. A
Oh.
look, a feel, an exploration. Close your focus and open your mind. Yes, the journey requires the right ticket. And that ticket is Nintendo Switch. But in the end, it's not just where you can take your game. It's where your game can take you. So let's go.
Ooh, is that Xenoblade? What is this?
That's your house.
Alex, it's your house as soon as Yes, I knew
Story
it.
goes that when the world was young, everyone in Alrest lived on the World Tree, together with our divine
Yes.
father, the architect. They called that paradise Elysium. You're Blade.
As the driver of the Aegis, can you take me to Elysium?
I'm in. Let's go to Elysium. I'll take you there myself. Pyra!
Here!
Cover me!
Got it.
We'll show you. We'll show you what me and Pyra are made of.
Welcome, Lamb.
Now that you have come this
Watch
far,
us together.
there can be no turning back.
You and that sword can't be! I'm guessing your goal is Elysium. matter? Are you the Aegis or aren't you?
I won't use that power, and I won't let you use it either.
If you know
That would be a great first introduction.
you will have to show it. Not with words, but with your own strength. Everyone, let's go!
Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, that's right. Yeah.
Also,
Sometimes you need a hero.
Right, let's go.
A sword swinging, fire wielding,
Gosh.
stone cold hero
This is
with
motion
an
control.
insatiable appetite.
Wait. Oh, Kirby! Yes, we getting a real Kirby, y'all. Yeah! A real Kirby! Yeah! Alright. That's the motion game, that's what's up. That's what's up. Perfect. Ooh, 2 players. Talk about. Just like Smash. Awesome. More players. Wow. It's called Kirby. That's live, 2018. Look at that.
Hi everyone, I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo.
Look at that boy.
I hope you've been enjoying the journey with Nintendo Switch so far. When I found out that Nintendo Switch is being accepted by video game fans from all over the world as a home console that could be taken with you anywhere, I felt so relieved.
Yeah. Awesome.
Take Switch outside, come together, and share the
This is
experience.
better for Nintendo.
This idea
because
was how
all
we
their
hoped
executives
people
there,
would play with Nintendo Switch.
Japanese, so they
But
don't
people are
speak
coming up
very well, and the
with many
translators
creative
sometimes
ways
mess
to
up,
play
and a lot of
in all
events,
kinds of
so for
places,
them to have their
in
character
many more
gets
ways
better.
than we
Gets
expected.
what they wanted to get out.
This summer, Nintendo and its third-party partners will release many multiplayer games that can be played anytime, anywhere, and with anyone.
You're on.
We hope there will be many heated competitions that will be ignited by Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
Now, we'll continue our look at even more new game worlds for Nintendo Switch. But before we do, there is one announcement we'd like to share from our very special friend.
Alright.
Please take a look.
Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Tsunekazu Ishihara from the Pokemon Company. Just the other day, we announced that Pokken Tournament Deluxe is coming to Nintendo Switch.
All right. He's on
This is the
full-time
latest
shit.
version of the premier Pokemon fighting game. 2 people can dive right into battle using 2 Joy-Con controllers, so you can experience heated Pokemon battles with just one Nintendo Switch console. There are some fresh additions, including new Pokemon, and this deluxe version of the game will be on display at E3 for attendees to play. I have one more announcement. Game Freak has begun developing a core RPG Pokemon title on Nintendo Switch.
Here you go, y'all. See?
It may not release for more than a year, but we hope you'll look forward to it all the same.
And that's what you really want.
In the meantime, let's enjoy this year's E3.
Version, you know what I'm saying? A real Nintendo Switch version.
Ishihara-san, thank you
let
very
me have
much.
that.
We heard that the Pokemon series.
I'll wait for that.
developed for Nintendo
I'll wait for
Switch.
that.
What kind of Pokemon game will we be able to play on Nintendo Switch? I'm looking forward to it myself.
Yeah.
At this year's E3, we're mostly showing games that will be released in 2017. But please know that here at Nintendo, we're working on many forms of entertainment that can only be made possible on Nintendo Switch. We hope you look forward to them as well. Now let's continue on with the journey with Nintendo Switch.
Oh! sounds like fucking crime. Oh my fucking god. Metroid Prime 4 is coming. Oh, I want to see more. I want to see it. Okay. This, okay. Is this the Fire Emblem?
We're under attack! Mother's in danger!
If she's up there, then...
You two must keep going. No, I'm coming with you! I am Marth, the Prince of Altea. We've come here to save you.
Remember that you can rely on your friends. We're with you.
Get it together, you two. If you can't do this, who can?
You fought your way this far. There's nothing you two can't do. No matter the danger, we can overcome it if we're working together.
All right, let's move out.
Working together, we can finish this!
Yeah. I'm with you. All over that.
Hi there, I'm the Legend of Zelda series producer, Eiji Aonuma. You may have already heard about it during Bethesda's showcase that was held a few days ago. It was announced that select Zelda items will appear in the Nintendo Switch version of Skyrim. I'm really looking forward to exploring Skyrim with the Master Sword in hand. Oh, when did this Master Sword get in my hand? Next up, we'll take a look at the DLC packs for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Let us take you on a new Hyrule adventure.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm already getting that. That's already downloaded now.
Oh.
Forward to that.
What did you think? I actually have one more announcement that I'd like to share. The 4 champions that appeared in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will be available as amiibo. The Zora champion, Mipha. The Goron champion, Daruk. The Rito champion, Rivali. And the Gerudo champion, Urbosa. You'll be able to use these 4 amiibo in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Of course, you'll be able to use these in the DLC packs that you just saw, so please look forward to them.
This changes the game. Travel the world. Bring people together. Play anywhere with anyone. If video gaming is a journey, then Anywhere has to include a stop right here in LA during E3. This is Magic Week, where booths buzz and channels glow, where the game worlds you've heard about suddenly spring into life. And this summer, a new kind of heated competition ignites right on Nintendo Switch. It kicks off later today with the Splatoon 2 World Inkling Invitational, which brings teams from the Americas, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan to see whose colorful skills are the best. Tomorrow, the Pokken Invitational will be held. You might recognize some of our 8 competitors who'll be duking it out in heated battles. Later on Wednesday, we'll see 8 players throw punches in the fun and competitive game ARMS, which launches later this week. 4 of our players will be pros, and the other 4 will be E3 attendees who rise to the top by battling on the show floor. If you're going to E3, we hope you'll accept the challenge. And no matter where you are, be sure to catch up with Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3 for all the details and news about Nintendo Switch and Nintendo 3DS. But now, there are a few more worlds left to visit on our journey before we land in the booth. Let's go.
Ubisoft is proud to announce its new Rabbids game, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and it will be developed exclusively for the Nintendo Switch. The Rabbids' crazy personalities and unpredictable behavior will shine as they arrive in a reimagined and twisted Mushroom Kingdom. They will surprise you in this tactical adventure filled with combat and exploration. Mario and his friends will join them in an epic quest to put the kingdom back in order. We can't wait for you to play the game on August 29th.
I'm happy about that game, but I do want to see it again. Oh, yeah. Rocket League. Of course, I'm happy to see that. Damn, I want to see more. There's not much time.
On behalf of everyone here at Psyonix, we're extremely excited to announce that Rocket League is indeed coming to Nintendo Switch. We know that both the Rocket League and Switch communities have wanted it, and now we're going to release it, complete with cross-network support that lets you play against opponents on other platforms.
The Switch version will have all the features and modes we've released thus far, plus exclusives like local wireless multiplayer, Mario and Luigi hats for customizing your car, and new exclusive cars we'll talk about later this year.
Look for Rocket League on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
That's what's up. I'm happy about that, y'all. Happy about that. Definitely.
Come on! Here we go, off the rails. But you know it's time to raise our sails. It's freedom like you never knew. 20 flags or a pass. Say the word, I'll be there in a flash. You could say my hat is off to you. Oh, we can zoom all the way to the moon from this great wide wacky world. Jump with me, grab coins with me, oh yeah. Jump up in the air, jump up, don't be scared. Jump up and your cares will soar away. And if the dark clouds start to swirl, you can feel it shed a tear, 'cause I'll be your one-up girl. So let's all jump up super high, high up in the sky. There's no power up like dancing. You know that you're my superstar.
Whoa.
Okay. Whoa. Good grief.
Whoa. Man, I tell you, oh. Ah. Wow.
Welcome.
Man, I wanted to see more. I'm telling you, I wish I'd seen more. I'd like to see more third parties, you know what I mean, for sure. You know, we did see
Hey everybody, and welcome to Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3 2017. We're back for another year. We've got a lot of great game content to show you and a lot of special guests swinging by as well. But to get things kicked off, we're going to take another look at Super Mario Odyssey. Just saw the video in the Spotlight. It's going to be coming out on October 27th, really soon. And we're going to take a look at some gameplay. I'm Sam from the Treehouse, joined by my colleagues from the Treehouse, Rob, and Scott on the end. And we have some very special guests with us for this segment. We've got the game's producer, Koizumi-san, and the game's director, Modokura-san. Thank you both so much for joining us today.
Hi.
So I know folks are probably really excited to get into gameplay, but before we jump in, there were a lot of really cool reveals in that video, and I think folks are going to be really interested in all the different directions that you're taking this game. But at the core, there's really kind of a driving philosophy that you've got going. I was wondering if you could tell our viewers a little bit more about that.
このゲームの基本的なコンセプトを説明していただけますか。まず今ビデオを見ていただいてどうでしたか。何か面白かったところありますか。
First, could I just ask you, was there anything you saw in there that particularly surprised you or interested you?
I gotta say, the first time I saw that T-Rex, my heart stopped. It was so exciting.
よかったです。今回のマリオはテーマが旅になっていて、別の国に行った時の驚きをすごく強調しています。
So we have a theme of going on a journey in this game, but we're also trying to give the player a lot of surprises, and I think the dinosaur is a really big surprise for most.
マリオシリーズってマリオが持っているその分かりやすさであるとか、可愛らしさであるとか、誰でも分かるような共感というもので、今まで作ってきて、今もこれも入ってるんですけども、今回は特に旅の驚きっていうことをすごく、盛り込みたいので、驚きというテーマを、体験もそうだしビジュアルもそうだし、たくさん詰め込んでます。
But we also want to balance that feeling of surprise with some emotional resonance, giving people something that's familiar, that's attractive, that's really cute from the Mario series, and bounce people back and forth between the familiar and the surprising.
でそれを体験するための新しいプレイシステムを、作りましたので、それは本倉さんに説明してもらいます。
So we've come up with some play systems to get that across as well. So it's not just a look and feel, but a play experience also. And I'd like to turn to Mr. Motakura to explain that.
今作は帽子を投げて敵や物を操ってとある地球を冒険するっていう、物語になっています。
So the kind of overall story of this game is, you're going around, you're throwing your hat, you're taking over different enemies and objects, and you're traveling the world while you do that.
そのパワームーンっていうのがイコール驚きになっていますので、それを帽子を投げたりいろんなものを操って箱庭を探索してもらえたらと思ってます。
And we talked about surprise before, but basically the unit of surprise in this game is those power moons. Those always equal a surprise, so you go around, you throw your hat at different things, you control enemies, and you find things that are surprising, and that gives you a power moon.
All right, on, so let's get into some gameplay. Rob, you're going to take us into New Donk City.
I am. First, I'd like to take a quick look at the Odyssey, for which the game is named. It's the ship that Mario uses to travel the world, and it's powered by these power moons. So you keep needing additional thresholds of them to get on to the next kingdom. And just to show off a little bit of the new moves, obviously there's the hat throw. You can make it stay in place, which is sometimes valuable. It can grab things for you. There's two kinds of coins, which we'll talk about a little later on.
Actually, they're in that little dialogue box. We saw Cappy.
Oh, yeah. Cappy is both the red hat that he's wearing and also in his native form, he's a white top hat. And so one other move that's pretty cool is this circular throw, knocks away everything. But let's get down into the city. And as you saw in the trailer, so there's the capture mechanic lets you take over things. It also lets you do fairly exotic things like turn into electricity to travel through wires. So how did the capture mechanic come about?
キャプチャーという仕様を作ったきっかけは何かありましたでしょうか。
そうですね、今作はものすごくいろんな試作っていうものを、してから作っています。
So when we were making this game, what we started out doing was making just a huge amount of different gameplay prototypes.
このキャプチャーというアクションもそのうちの一つです。
And this capture action was just one of those prototypes.
みんなでアイデアを出し合った中に出てきたんですけども、それをそうですね、2、3日ぐらいで作って遊んでみたらものすごく面白かったので、すぐゲームの中心に入れようと決めました。
So, it was just one of the ideas that came up, but we worked on it for 2 or 3 days, and it just instantly turned into something that was really fun, and we decided, well, okay, this should just be the center of this game.
I love how much it encourages that exploration and experimentation that I think the Mario games along these lines are so known for when you think about Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine. Here we
That was cool.
So much stuff that just looks interesting, and you're wondering, okay, what will happen if I throw my cap at it? You never really know what's going to happen, so you want to try everything just to see.
何でも試してみたくなる仕様ですね。どういう要素があるの？
そうですね。Wow,
this is crazy.
帽子を投げたり試してもらえたらなと思ってます。
Yeah, I definitely hope people, while they're playing this game, they just throw their hat at everything and try all sorts of different things. Whoops.
That was a mistake. Right now, normally, if you were following the story path of the game, you'd be talking to Mayor Pauline, who wants you to recruit musicians. There's one there. But we're going to ignore that right now because there's lots and lots of things to do beyond following the main story of the game. Like possess rockets and turn into rockets with mustaches.
And why wouldn't you do that if you could? Actually, that's an interesting note there. So you mentioned Mayor Pauline, and I think our sharp-eyed viewers will have noticed that some of the street signs are references to some Donkey Kong characters. We've got some interesting red girders going on here. I wonder, Koizumi-san and Motakura-san, if you can tell us a little bit more about this city. It's got some interesting backstory.
やっぱりポリン市長がいて、ニュードンクシティという なんかもっと何かこの都市について説明していただけますか？
そうですね、名前もそうですし、ポリンってドンキーコングのキャラクターで何かのゲームに関係がありそうですけど、今日はちょっとあまり詳しく言えないんですけど。
So certainly you can tell that Pauline is from Donkey Kong, and the name New Donk City probably leads you to a couple of hints, but we can't get into too much of it today.
And I like the shirt you're wearing, by the way.
That is a snazzy
Good choice
shirt.
today.
お楽しみに。
Please look forward to hearing more about that.
I gotta take the long way.
Oh, good luck. And this is interesting here where we see, I mean, really throughout New Donk City, and I think throughout the world, we've got these really fun playground elements where you're bouncing on things, you're jumping on things, you're swinging. Can you tell our viewers a little bit more about how you came up with that kind of play mechanic in the game?
ぶら下がったりして、飛び跳ねたりして、いろんな、環境のものになんか反応させられるんですけど、どういうふうにそういうなんか遊び場っぽい雰囲気を出せるようになんか考え方ありますか？
はい、まずその施策っていうのでものすごくいっぱい遊びを作っています。それをこう配置してステージっていうものを作ります。まず。
So, going back to that prototyping process I was talking about before, we obviously create lots and lots of different ones, lots of different game ideas. And then next what we think about is where to place them within the stage.
そこにそのアートであるとか具体的なものを載せて遊んでみます。
So, we put it in the stage, we combine it with different art assets, kind of real things to see what it might actually look like or work in game, and then try playing it.
そうするともっとこうしたいとかいろんな意見が出てくるので、それをさらにそこに上乗せして作っています。
And then, obviously out of that, different things come up, oh, maybe we could do this a little bit differently, maybe this could actually work like this instead, and then we kind of add that to it, and the process just continues from there.
なので先ほどちょっと出たタクシーなんかをジャンプさせるのもスーパーマリオサンシャインでもちょっと似たような仕様があったので、そういうところからちょっとヒントを得ています。
And so, you saw before, we were able to jump on top of the taxi, and that's something that was sort of in Super Mario Sunshine at times. So in that way, we're also getting hints from past games.
Can I quickly interject that so as I mentioned, the goal right now is to recruit these musicians. And when I was first playing this game for a feedback report for the development team, I could not figure out how to get to this guy on the top of this building. You can just barely see him. He's a speck right now in that triangular building. And the way I eventually found to do it was to take a really long fall.
I did that too.
And that worked.
I feel bad for his knees.
A bit to my surprise. And I wanted to know, when you saw that report from me, what was that a problem to be solved? Was that a cool thing? What was that?
この前はNCR の報告書を書いていた時に、こういうふうにトランペットのバンドマンの到着できますよと書いてましたが、それを見てちょっと困っていたんでしょうか？
はい、それは読んだんですけれども、今日ここでプレイするとは思わなかったです。
Yeah, I did read that. I didn't know you were going to be playing that right now.
Troublemaker.
でも
Well, I also know the real way. Or another way.
本当のやり方も分かってます。
でも自分でいろんなプレイの仕方を探してもらえたらと思うんですけども、それもスーパーマリオ64やスーパーマリオサンシャインから続くものだと思います。
But you found your own way to play it, and letting users play around with the game and find their own ways of doing things. That's something that goes way back in 3D Mario, in Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine as well.
So this is actually one of the two kingdoms that's going to be playable on the show floor. The show floor, of course, isn't open yet, so we don't have folks playing the game at this moment, but I'm really looking forward to talking to folks after they've played it, because I think there's so many different ways to problem solve and find moons in these kingdoms. I'm not even sure if folks will find everything over the course of the show, but it's going to be interesting to find out how different people approached completing some of these objectives.
But the game encourages so much experimentation because you aren't kicked out of the level every time you find a moon. There is no reason not to investigate every little thing you can see that might be interesting. There's no time limit. There's no disincentive.
I like this. It's still
There's lots and lots of cool stuff. Whoa! Okay.
Yeah, that is a very interesting change that adds, I think, to the immersion in the kingdoms. When you think about Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, whenever you got whatever the collectible objective was, depending on the game you were playing, you'd get bumped out of the area and you'd have to come back in. But here, since you're not going to get booted out of the kingdom when you collect a Power Moon, there's a lot of encouragement to just go check out that weird thing you saw on the horizon, because you can still continue with whatever your primary objective is. Oh no! But then, keep on tracking and finding moons.
Another reason to explore everything is that there's very little punishment for dying. I just lost 10 coins, and there's lots. So, and I get to try again right away.
Oh,
good luck.
It's also worth mentioning that the bullet bills here are coming out with visors on, so they cannot be captured until you knock their hats off, because an enemy with a hat is the scariest thing in this game.
Fashion is very important in this game. You got to be conscious of your headwear. Oh, careful.
Well, apparently this is not my day for this challenge.
That's right, third time's a charm, right?
Yeah. And if at first you don't succeed, give up on the third attempt.
I'm just looking at the space where we saw other sections of New Dog City, and looking here, I'm just so impressed with the texture work that's been done. And I feel like every time I see a new build of this game, more and more of these textures are just jumping out at me. It's really fun to see in person.
It is a gorgeous game, and we have some other segments later on in the stream that are going to highlight some especially pretty areas.
Oh, you got this.
Yeah.
And while I'm keeping my fingers and toes crossed, yes.
Thank you.
One thing that we haven't mentioned yet that we probably should talk a little bit about is the fact that you're playing with Joy-Con with the wrist straps attached.
Yes.
And that's a really fantastic way to play this game. It, of course, supports Pro Controller and other controller options, but you can do so much with the motion controls, and throwing Cappy feels very intuitive.
Yeah. I'm going to switch to a different section of the game where I show the sand world, which is also playable on the show floor. So give me just a moment here.
No worries. But I do love that as you're experimenting, and I think we'll see folks doing that on the show floor here, so many of your gestures will affect how Cappy moves, that while you're holding the Joy-Con with the wrist straps attached, you really want to just try moving your arms in different directions. Like, okay, I'm going to try throwing up, I'm going to throw down, throw out. But I was really impressed by how well that implementation was put into play. Here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, this place is so pretty.
So here we're in the Sand Kingdom, in the town of Tostarena. And they had a problem now because it's all frozen. Everything is cold for reasons, of course, that Mario will eventually solve.
Yeah, actually, if you hang still for a second, we can show his little idle animation when he's cold.
Oh, yeah.
Really cute.
Oh, he's cold.
I love the locals here, too.
Yeah, I think he's distracted by the local dancing around, but I think if he's by himself, then he really shivers.
Oh, poor Mario.
Yeah. So let's see here. One thing I did want to show off is, so as we mentioned, there's two kinds of coins in this game. And for I believe the first time in the mainline Mario series, you can actually buy things with your coins. And I wanted to ask the developers how that came up, that currency should be worth currency.
なんでコインで買い物できるようにしたいと思ったんでしょうか。
はい、今回はコインを本当にお金として扱おうと思いました。
So we wanted, coins to be used as coins in this game, actually use them as money.
外国に行った時にその国のお金ってすごいなんか印象に残ってないですか。
And I think you'll agree, if you go to a foreign land, one of the things that makes the biggest impression on you is the currency.
これ使えるのとか思ったりして。
You kind of look at it and you think, wait, is this real? Can I use this?
今回はマリオもいろんな国を旅しますので、その国のコインというものを用意しています。
And since Mario was going around to all these different kingdoms in this game, we wanted to make sure that there was a currency for each one.
要素はコレクトするコインの要素になっていますので、集めたものでコスチュームを変えたり、お土産を買うことができます。
And they're collectible items, so you can use them to buy different outfits or buy souvenirs.
お土産買うの楽しいです。
Yeah, and it's always fun to buy souvenirs, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
What did you think about one?
And speaking of shopping, we are now in Crazy Cap.
So there's two kinds of coins we mentioned. The purple ones are unique to the local kingdom. The yellow ones can be used in any shop. I'm going to buy because the guy at the door said maybe I should. I'm not living up to their dress code. Maybe I should buy some clothes to fit in better. I'm going to
the
buy
only thing is,
a local
those are coming in
sombrero
2018,
and poncho.
So it's a little late, but we do have a few
Wait
games
to see
actually,
how adorable Mario looks.
that are for the Switch.
Being adorable. I just love the
Such as
shopkeeper.
Arms on
Yeah,
June
and their huge
16th.
stack of hats.
It's so cute.
Yeah, we got all.
And you can see some of the
got,
souvenirs you can buy there that you can use to decorate the inside of the ship.
So the year, is pretty
Nice.
much.
And now I'm rocking this
we
look.
got some great games right now.
Yeah, and I'm still working through Breath of the Wild.
Let's go try that door again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
I'm
true.
not
I'm
any-
not
So my
even-
capabilities are the same. I still have,
We got
it's
more
still Cappy,
content for that.
even though he's turned into a different kind of hat now.
So
And
honestly,
he can turn into any kind of headwear
with that
apparently.
said, I mean, it was good what they showed. I
Exotic
wish
superpower.
I'd have seen a couple more things. I want to see
And,
Metroid Prime.
all right.
I expect them
So
to
I go
show
over and
that
talk to
later,
this
'cause they said
guy.
something about a
See if
first
you meet
look.
the expectations now.
So I'm gonna try to catch that.
Ooh,
today,
snappy and
hopefully.
lively.
Snappy and lively. I think the hat is the one and the poncho is the other.
But yeah, this is looking real good. This is
All right.
like Nintendo 64 right here.
And this is, of course, what the goal I was working toward all this time.
Oh my gosh.
I love all these little moments of surprise where you never really know what's going to happen when you
Why did I want to get in this
spaces.
room? I don't know. I wanted to get in this room so I could play a guitar.
You want to get in because it's locked.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's up. Yeah. So anyway, Metroid Prime.
So then we're going to move on to some more traditional 3D Mario gameplay.
Actually happening.
Over this direction.
Now that you are terribly well dressed, it's time to go do some exploring.
Yeah.
I mean, we've
And
got a
those
lot of
footprints,
games
that must be on the right
so far.
track.
I'm just saying, like Metroid, though. You know what I mean? People are like, man, I don't know Metroid. It's not
So
that
notice
big
that
of a
when I'm using the motion
franchise,
controls,
man.
I can actually use the
They don't
little homing
care
function on
about
the
it,
hat.
Nobody buys it. Like,
More
what are you
easily.
talking about, bro?
It is possible with the
That's why there's a
the button
Metroid
controls only, but
Prime
it's
4
much
when the
more difficult.
motherfucker was a trilogy, because people bought that motherfucker. You feel me?
Right, the
so
classic
Metroid
Goomba.
is back. So I'm very happy about that.
Let's just do a big
Congratulations
one
to
for
development.
for
I'm
that.
pretty sure it's retro. I didn't see if it was
And-
retro's name on there. We're gonna check that.
Well, that's, I guess something folks are probably noticing.
on,
here, so you're
baby.
not capturing
Can't
those
wait,
Goomba.
so.
It's not every single
Anyway,
enemy that's
yeah,
capturable.
we go ahead.
That's true.
You've got to find the special ones.
in this
And a lot of it's
now,
having a good eye
yeah,
and
have a good one.
just experimenting a lot with the cap.
I think they're a
Skid
shade
3, I'm gonna
bigger,
do
the
other
ones you can
videos
capture.
on
But
other
I'm not
shows
positive.
later, and a full impression on this one, full review. All right.
So bullet bills, of course, are useful because you can fly with them.